Hey, this is Bud and JoJo from Older Wiser Bud. We're at Central Park now. We're going to walk through the park. It is colder than a witch's tit today, so we're all dressed up warm. And before we enter the park, I want to show you this building over here. This is the Dakota building. It was built in 1884 by the man who inherited the Singer fortune. And when he built it, people were told him he was crazy because New York only extended to 14th Street, and this is on 72nd. They said, you just as well build it in North Dakota. So he built it, he was very successful, and he called it the Dakota building after North Dakota. And so many people lived here that were really famous, like Judy Garland lived here, Rudolph Nureyev, the Russian dancer, Elmer Bernstein. The most famous person that lived here, and the most recent, was John Lennon. And in 1980, this is where he was shot to death by the stupid guy who wanted to become famous. So people don't remember his name. They shouldn't remember his name. You shouldn't become famous because you murder someone. Anyway, that's the story of the Dakota building. And we're going to walk through Central Park right now. So here we go. We're entering from the west side. Central Park is 843 acres, and it is all man-made. The trees were all planted, the lakes were all created. Everything is man-made in Central Park. But it's just a place for New Yorkers to come relax. And it's one of the most visited places in New York City. So we're just going to amble to the east for about an hour here and see what interesting things we can find. First thing we're going to come to is the John Lennon Memorial. This area is named Strawberry Fields after John Lennon's song. So you see all the memorabilia about John Lennon here. Like everyone's going to take advantage of the situation. And we're coming up to the John Lennon Memorial. It's called Imagine, obviously after his famous song. And you see, people are still putting flowers on it. Let's walk around this way. See? Imagine. More John Lennon memorabilia for sale here. It's really a nice day if it wasn't so cold. This is a John Lennon Memorial. Here is a list on this plaque of all the countries that contributed to this memorial. You can see a lot of countries on there that don't exist anymore, like East Germany, Soviet Union. This rock that it's built on is interesting because it's the bedrock of New York. It's all over this park, and it has a cute name. It's called schist, S-C-H-I-S-T. So you can have fun with that one all you want. Okay, let's keep on walking down here and see what else we can find that's interesting in Central Park. Okay. This is the fountain. Everybody that comes here sees it, thinks, oh, this is the fountain from Friends. Well, it's not. Friends was all done in a studio in California. This is just a pretty fountain. Has no name. This is where you rent horses. If you want to rent a horse and carriage, they're a little pricey, but this is where you do it. This statue is called the Falconer. It uh, it comes from the famous balcony scene in Romeo and Juliet, where she made the comment, "I'm not a Shakespearean person," but she said something about a falcon when she was on the balcony, and that's where this statue comes from. It's called the Falconer. Okay, we're going to turn left here and go to Cherry Hill. Thank. Okay, we're entering the Cherry Hill section. Obviously, there won't be any cherry blossoms, but people flock here in May just to see cherry blossoms. So we're going to see what looks like dead cherry trees. Do you see that rock over there? That rock is all over Central Park. It's that schist rock I was telling you about. We see that everywhere. There's another man-made lake over there. Those two tall buildings over there with the spires on them are high-rise luxury apartments. Can't imagine what it must cost to live here.
Home Alone?
Yes, it was in Home Alone.
Let's sit there. I want to take a picture of us.
Okay. Well, the Bow Bridge is closed, so we're going to have to get an alternate route to go where we're going.
Why it's closed?
Yeah. Looks like a lot of kids down here. Some entertainment going on down here. Hope it's not copyrighted. Oh, I know what fountain. I know what statue it is. It's the Angel of Mercy.
Oh.
It's the only.
Wait. Try that when we are closer.
Yeah. When,
So we can have closer view. And it has how many kids there?
four naked babies.
We can talk now.
This statue is called the Angel of the Water. It was the first piece of art in Central Park ever done by a woman. I think her name was Emma Stubbins. But when it first came out, people were appalled. They said, no, it's just too risque. And the reason they didn't like it because her ankles were showing. Well, they eventually got over it. Besides her ankles showing, there was 4 naked babies below it. But anyway, the New Yorkers like it now. They get used to the naked ankles. Angel of the Water, it's called. There's no water, but there's still an angel. Oh, look at the ducks. Oh, there's, okay, we're coming to the Bethesda Terrace. It's got upper and lower levels. We're going to go in the lower levels because it's supposed to have a fantastic ceiling, and musicians will be in there playing, and we can at least enjoy the ceiling. I don't know if we'll enjoy the musicians or not. That's yet to find out. Look out, young lady, here's steps. Okay, we're going into Bethesda Terrace, lower level now. Gonna look at the ceilings, all the fancy artwork in here. And if you have to go to the restroom, this is one of the few restrooms here. Okay, look at the ceilings now.
Look at the wall. There are some.
Yeah. This is the Alice in Wonderland statue in Central Park. A lady read this story to her children every night, and when she died, her husband had this built in memory of her. And if you walk with me, I'll tell you what the lady's name was, but I don't have it in the back of my head. The lady's name was Margarita del Corte. Okay, who loved all children. Now, I'm going to say it again. I could probably get a map down there.
We have to sit there, please.
We're now coming to the statue of Hans Christian Andersen. Hans Christian Andersen was a writer of children's stories. He came from Denmark. He wrote stories like The Ugly Duckling, The Little Mermaid, and The Snow Queen. In fact, the book he's reading now, it's turned to the first page of The Ugly Duckling. Many people don't know this, but the movie Frozen was taken from The Snow Queen. In the movie, you remember, there was a character named Hans. Well, that was Hans Christian Andersen. So now you know.